Hello world, Justin Tucker here again, continuing the video tutorial series about turning a Drupal 7 platform into a system that can handle registrations and memberships. So where we just left off was creating the fields for speakers, sponsors, and vendors. And we can see that we've got some test content in the site right now. We have a main event, registration event. We have one vendor, one sponsor, one speaker. The event actually only references a speaker and a vendor, and that's kind of where we're at. So if we go back to our content types, I think the next thing that we can probably fill out is the hotel and lodging. So let's go ahead and add some fields to this. An obvious field is going to be the address. I'll go ahead and configure this the way I have been with United States. I guess we can go ahead and add the same fields we had for speaker sponsors and vendors, image, URL, and contact numbers, because that could certainly apply to this as well. But we're going to be adding a field to this that is going to be the introduction of a very special field, which is going to drive a lot of features here in just a moment. Let's see, contact number, add that. And what else? The URL, yep. Okay, so here's the fields we have so far for hotel and lodging. So this would be easy to say, the name of some hotel or motel or wherever. Now, the one field we're going to add that we're going to reuse at other places and is going to be very important, referenced registration event. And let's see, it's kind of long on the machine name. I'll just kind of say ref reg event. And this is going to be an entity reference field. I'm going to choose autocomplete. Basically what this field is addressing is this hotel and lodging information. What event does it belong to? So it's asking us what type of content would you like to be able to reference with this, and we just want to be able to reference one event registration or registration event, excuse me. And we'll go ahead and save that. And here comes into play this entity reference pre-populate field. So what we're going to do here is pretty much leave all of this alone, but we're going to check this box. Now, what this is going to give us the ability to do is that when we are on, so what I want to have happen is that when I create this, okay, so if you recall, we filled all this out, we go to the bottom, we hit save, and then, okay, here it is. What I want to be able to do is now have links that show up somewhere on this page that when I click it, for example, I want a link that says add hotel and lodging, for example, that when I click it, it brings up a special form of hotel and lodging, and that when I fill out this form for hotel and lodging, it automatically understands it belongs to the 2018 perfectly optimized annual conference, that it is specific to this page here. Okay, so that's what this field is doing. That's what these settings are discussing. Action to take when populating the field with values via the URL. So that's how that's going to work, is that when this magic link shows up to add new hotel and lodging, it understands that the node ID of this is actually 1. Okay, so if we click on well, I don't know if we can see it actually, but it's going to use that ID to basically populate itself. So it's saying action to take when populating a field is in the URL, do nothing. You can hide it, you can disable it. We're just going to say do nothing right now. Same if there is no value in the URL. How can that happen? That can happen if you just go add a new hotel and lodging and you don't do it from the registration event content type. So if that's confusing, don't worry about it. It'll all get put together here. But bottom line is we need this to be checked. We can leave nothing, nothing. We can leave all this the same. It's fine. Number of values, we're only going to probably have hotel and lodging information that references a particular event because of the date and the time and everything that goes along with that. So we'll just leave this as 1 for now. And go ahead and save that. Alright, so here's this registration event. Again, this is going to be very important. It's going to be a field we reuse as well. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and go, well, no, we're not going to add that to the speakers, sponsors, and vendors. Okay, and that's probably a good place to stop, just at extending out the hotel and lodging content type. Again, we're wanting to ultimately have a button. We click, this form pops up to create a new hotel and lodging, and it automatically knows it belongs to this convention or conference or event, and then we'll be able to show that to users. We can probably look at going on to another content type next. So again, really what we're doing is just kind of going down the list here. This is kind of mundane stuff. Filling out the manage fields and entering in the appropriate fields and field types that we're going to need to drive the system that we're after here. So if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe, please reach out with comments and feedback, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.